Hi guys. So as you know, I've taken a Python course for about 6 days online. So over the course of this overview, I've learned a lot of new things about an amazing coding language, Python. As you know, it's one of the most in-demand languages that is out there, and I'm really excited to share what I've learned over the course of these 6 days. So what has actually been happening? So as you know, I took a Python course and I put in about more than an hour each day. It was a 6 hour video, and then I split it into an hour for each day. So there was many exercises listed in these videos in the hour courses. So then in there, that's what really took more than an hour. So I've learned many basic functions in Python, which I'll be going over later on, such as the print function, the input function, and other things that we can use to enhance the coding experience. So I've also learned implementations. I've taken many other Java courses with instructors, and then I've also learned HTML and other things, but I haven't fully understood where I could implement those. After watching this course and this video, I've really understood how I can implement Python, and I was actually able to try it out myself. And finally, I become really fond with the language because it's pretty easy to understand. I don't have to put in too many extra steps, and it's a really basic, straightforward experience. So this is what Python code looks like. This is this over here was code I made for like a car game that he was instructed for us to do in a video. So really what happens here is it's like a while loop, meaning that it's really repeating itself until I is equivalent to 3. So that I is here is like a variable, and then like all this code runs based on that. So each time Python will rerun this code, and it will run these commands. We have the if then operators here, which I'll talk a little bit more about. And then these are the operators that actually allow us to control our experience. So now moving on to the functions. A major function that's really important to know is a print function. It's the most basic function that you can find in Java. I mean, not Java, sorry, Python. So over here, as you can see, it says print over there. That's all you have to type. In Java, what you have to do is you have to type in system.out.println, and then you have to put parentheses, quotation marks, and then type it. Here, all you need is print, the parentheses, and the quotations, and you're done. Another function is the input function. This is like the function that you need to use to get input from the users. As you know, in Java, what we need to do is we need to import the scanner operator. In this, it's already imported. It's a function already built into Python. So all you need to do is type in input, and then you have to just take in the input. So over here, you can see INP, that's the variable that's storing the input. So over here, you see input, and in parentheses, enter command. So that's all you need to do in order to get the input. There's no need to create a new variable and import anything. And then finally, there's the if and then operators, which I promised to talk about. It's where you can involve Boolean values to see if you want to try to run this code or if you want to run something else. Over here, I wrote if started, meaning if the variable started has a true value, then you'd print already started. So the meaning in this sequence, I wanted to say if the car was already started, I would want to print it's already started, because you can't, again, start a car that's already started. But else, if the car has not been started, so meaning if started was false, then I can run this sequence where I can have car that started and then set my other variables to true or false. So then another important thing in coding is organization. As you know, when you're a computer programmer, you need to there's a lot of code that goes into it, and you can see how it looks super messy. So basically what we do in computer programming is we have functions, we have classes, we have packages, we have modules. There's all these different sorts of ways we can organize. So as I mentioned before about importing, that's really one of the main things that goes into organizing. So modules are like the individual tabs you have within a package. So what you do is you write your code in like a module, And then suppose you need to go to another module and you wanted to access that code. So you'd first import that module into that area, and then you'd work and you just call it, and that's really it. And then finally the projects. So over the course, I was able to implement the things I learned in like a website, which currently isn't connecting properly, but once it's fixed out, I will show you guys. And then another was the Excel sheets, which I actually found pretty interesting. Because as you know, Excel sheets is a really important fundamental tool in the real life world to analyze data. With Python, I'm able to access this data and I'm able to make changes to it, and I can do in seconds what someone might take years or months or whatever time frame they need to complete the same task. And finally, I would like to show you a demo about the Excel sheet sort of project that I did, which I could access a file, add all the values, and then display an output and edit it back onto a different thing. So thank you.
Okay, thank you.